Hey, what is up, guys, and welcome back to the FCS Football Channel. And today we are back with another match watch along. This time it's Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspur at Old Trafford. Now, before we get into this, before we get into the watch along a little bit further, let's go through the team news today. So, for Manchester United, we go back quickly one. Then we have, it's David De Gea in goal. It's a back four of Diogo Dalot, Rafael Varane, Lisandro Martinez and Luke Shaw. Casemiro and Fred make up a midfield double pivot with a front four of Jadon Sancho out on the left-hand side. Anthony starts out on the right. Bruno Fernandez is at number 10. With Marcus Rashford leading the line for Manchester United, with Cristiano Ronaldo dropping to the bench for this game. So that's the only change that we see between today's starting lineup and the one that started against Newcastle, being Cristiano Ronaldo dropping out for Marcus Rashford. The subs bench is also very similar. Tom Heaton, Victor Lindelof, Tero Malacia, Scott McTominay and Christian Eriksen come onto the bench in place of Miamo, is that how you pronounce it, and Zidane Iqbal, with Palestri, Alanga and Garnacho keeping their places, and of course Cristiano Ronaldo is on there today. Now for Tottenham, this is the team for them. So in goal it is Hugo Lloris. It's a back three of is it Curtis Romero? Christian Romero, that's his name. Christian Romero, Eric Dyer, and Ben Davies. It's Matt Doherty and Ivan Perisic as the two wing-backs, with a midfield three of Yves Bissouma, Emil Højbjerg, and Bentancur, with Harry Kane and Heung-min Son leading the line for Tottenham in their 3-5-2. If we go over to this screen, we can see the league table going into this round of fixtures. So obviously Arsenal are top. Then it's Manchester City. Tottenham come in third place. Chelsea then split us away from Tottenham. Obviously we're in fifth place. Chelsea are in fourth. There's a gap. It's not totally it's not a gap we can close straight away, but we can. We can start to close it slowly but surely. We win today. We go up to 19 points. We then win our game in hand on Spurs. We go up 1 point behind them. That's the aim. That's got to be the aim for Manchester United in not just this game, but in the few games coming up. It's to win today, win our game in hand, and close that gap to Spurs in third place. I do think it's possible as well. I do think it's possible. I'll let that start just to flick through. So, I mean, anyway, how are we all today? Hope you're all well. We are, of course, about 10 minutes away from kickoff. Obviously, the big news for today is that Cristiano Ronaldo starts on the bench for Manchester United. That's the big news for this game. I mean, what do people make of Ronaldo being benched? Because to me, I would have done it. I completely agree with Erik ten Hag for dropping him. That's going to be controversial. I know some of you aren't going to be happy with that statement, but it's true. I don't think Cristiano Ronaldo should have started today. And I mean, if we go over to my preview, the team that I would have played, it's almost exactly right. The only difference is Christian Eriksen doesn't play, Fred does. And that's because Christian Eriksen's not fit. We knew Christian Eriksen would be touch and go. Apparently he had a late fitness test today, which he failed. And that's why he's on the bench rather than starting. However, I mean, if he started, then that would have been my ideal team. I think we're going to really struggle without Eriksen, to be fair. I think we really, really will. I think Eriksen offers something that the other twos don't. And as such, he's going to be a big miss for Manchester United. But I do think we can get on without him. Would I have started Fred? No. If I was going to start either Fred or McTominay, I would have chosen McTominay. Fred was really poor against Newcastle. And I'm really surprised to see him start today, to be honest. I really, really am. But hey ho, we ain't got long left now until kickoff. I quickly load up the other Premier League games. We can quickly run through the other scores so far tonight. There we go. So in the other games tonight, we have Southampton beating Bournemouth, Liverpool beating West Ham, Newcastle beating Everton. Obviously, Brentford and Chelsea remains goalless. Now, I think the midfield battle tonight is it's evidently going to be where the game's won and lost. It's 3v3. It's a 3v3. Casemiro, Bruno and Fred versus Basuma, Bentancur and Højbjerg. And it's who's going to be able to gain control of that midfield. Who's going to be able to kind of lock it down. And I back Spurs, to be honest. I really do. It's going to be a tough game. There's no doubt about that. I look at the quality of Bentancur, Højbjerg and Basuma. I think there's defensively very strong. But at the same time, I think I really like Basuma. Really like Bentancur as well. And obviously, Højbjerg, it goes without saying how good he is. I think it's balanced. And when you've got a front two, like Kane and Son, you don't necessarily need to have loads of creativity behind them. As long as defensively they're solid and they're good enough to get the ball forward, and the Spurs midfield three are certainly that. You don't have to have world-class creators to get the best out of that Spurs team. So Spurs are in a great position coming into this game. I'm really looking forward to it. We actually didn't do a watch along for Spurs game last year. I'm in a conundrum. I hate Spurs and I hate Man United. Well, what better time to cheer on Man United? Change your club. Join the alliance. Are you telling me you don't want to support that team? You don't want to support Mr. Marcus Rashford, Mr. Jadon Sancho, Mr. Fred? You're saying you don't want to support a team that plays Fred week in, week out? A man that says that he doesn't want to support a team with Fred in it is a man I call a liar. How could you not want to support Fred? So the players are in the tunnel, about to walk out. So again, to go over the lineup. So it's De Gea in goal, Dalot, Varane, Lisandro Martinez and Luke Shaw. It's Casemiro and Fred in a midfield double pivot, with Anthony on the right, Bruno Fernandez at number 10, Jadon Sancho on the left, and Marcus Rashford up top for Manchester United. For Spurs, it's Hugo Lloris, Christian Romero, Eric Dyer and Ben Davies. Matt Doherty and Ivan Perisic make up the two wing-backs, with Basuma, Højbjerg and Bentancur in a midfield three, with Heung-min Son and Harry Kane as a front two for Spurs. Through Marcus Rashford, Martinelli clear. Martinelli is a baller, to be fair. I do like Martinelli. I'll give you that. Martinelli's a quality baller. Here comes the players. Big game. And we've got a bald ref. Who the fuck is this ref? Does anyone know the name of this ref? Kane and Bruno Fernandez, of course, two captains for tonight, and those two lead the boys out. Big game for Fred today. Big game for Fred. I thought he was quite poor against Newcastle. As I said, look, I'm not a huge fan of Scott McTominay, and I've said that multiple times. However, I would have started him today. I would have started him over Scott McTominay. Over Fred, sorry. Simon Hooper. Probably. That sounds about right. But yeah, as I said, I would have started McTominay today. I think he would have helped. Look, that midfield of Spurs is very, very physical. Very physical. And I think having McTominay in there, that bit of physicality and that presence as well would have made a world of difference. Would have made more of a difference than Fred can. And that's not even me mugging off Fred. That's just being kind of straight up and truthful about the matter. I tell you what, Amazon are using the same graphics I am. But mine looks nicer on the side, I would say. I would say my hexagons look nicer than their rectangles. But the pictures are the same. What a professional setup we have here. Anyway, if you guys are looking forward to getting the game kicked off, please do hit that like button below and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. And please do share the stream as well. That would be greatly appreciated and would mean a lot. West Ham have a penalty. West Ham have a penalty in their game against Liverpool. Fred better be good today. He's a rat. Where is the game live? So the game is on Amazon Prime, if you're in the UK. So yeah, in the UK, the game's on Amazon Prime. I'm not sure where around the rest of the world. I'm not sure. Come on then. Big game here at Old Trafford. Manchester United versus Tottenham. I wish I had Amazon Prime. Well, you could do. I'm not sure how well it works. If you can do this or not. But often, if you could probably buy it. Alisson saved the penalty. Alisson saved the penalty. And we're kicked off here at Old Trafford. But yeah, Alisson saved the penalty. Jarrod Bowen has had his penalty saved. But yeah, what I was going to say is if you wanted to get Amazon Prime just to watch the game, and look, I can't say it 100% works, so if it doesn't, You can't blame me. But what you might be able to do is buy Amazon Prime, and then after the game cancel it, and they might give you your money back. But like I say, I don't know if that works. But often, if you don't use the subscription and if you cancel it the same day, then they usually be like, "Oh, do you want a refund? We kind of just take it away straight away." So you might be able to do that, but like I say, I can't guarantee it. So don't hold me to that. So there we go. So timers all synced up. So if you want to sync up your game timer with mine, when Diogo Dalot crossfields the ball to Luke Shaw, for me, you'll also see that. Just the best way to watch these streams. Of course, with it being on Amazon Prime, everybody's game is always up in the air. Whether or not you're bang on or whatever, it's all bizarre. It's all weird. Amazon Prime, just kind of one of the annoying things with Amazon Prime, that it's hard to sync it all up properly. But hopefully, it's all right. As Dallo has it, finds Casemiro. You make a good point. What are people's predictions for the game? So I've gone for 1-0 to United. There you go, Tom. I've got yours down as well. Spurs are on the attack here. Here's Bentancur, delivers. Lisandro Martinez gets it clear. Maybe 2, but I doubt it. I'm back him. I back him. It's annoying because on my phone, I'm further ahead than I am on my Xbox. Hello? It's a shot. Oh, that is an awful shot. Let me reload Prime on my Xbox. Hopefully we can get it as live as possible on the Xbox. I'm not going to be able to get it any further live. It's just annoying because I'm about 30 seconds ahead on my phone. I don't know why. That's a thing. If we stay 5th, we'll go for yeah, this is the best we'll do, unfortunately. Don't know why my Xbox just doesn't want to go ahead. Bentancur fires wide for Spurs. We'll see it again in about 30 seconds. Can you turn them off, please? Bentancur has it into Heung-min Son. Lovely play here from Spurs, and Bentancur, there's a shot, fired just wide. I don't know why he shot. Harry Kane was there at the back stick if he wanted to try and find him, but as we say, elected to shoot. Weird decision. Always sailing wide, as De Gea goes long. Lovely ball into Rashford, who takes a poor first touch, and Dyer wins it. But Casemiro moves out wide to Luke Shaw. Son Kane is so dangerous. We've got to be careful. And you're bang on. You are bang on. As Shaw slipped it through to Bruno Fernandez, who was taken out by somebody. But the referee has pulled it back for an offside from Bruno Fernandez. But wouldn't have counted regardless. And yeah, he was offside. He's offside. Bruno Fernandez can have no complaints. I'm nervous for this game. I think we might lose. You've got to back your boys. You've got to back your boys. Look, Tottenham is always going to be a difficult game. They've got a great manager in Antonio Conte. They're third in the league for a reason. They're joint level on / with points with Man City. They're a good team. So we've got to kind of accept that and don't expect Man United to dominate this game, essentially. Don't expect Man United to be winning 5-6-0. As Fred looks to play through Rashford. Good defending. Anthony shoots from the halfway line. Hugo Lloris, he makes that look a lot harder of a save than it had to be. Really poor from Hugo Lloris, really. Lovely play from Bruno Fernandez. Just completely dummies it. Sells Bentancur. Yeah, I mean, Chelsea's going to be another really tough game. Graham Potter loves to humiliate Man United. Yeah, I mean, looking at that from Hugo Lloris, that's really poor goalkeeping. Fred shoots from range and Hugo Lloris gets a strong hand to it to push it over. Tell you what, I don't know why... I see Spurs fans still saying Hugo Lloris is one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League. I think that's mental when people say that. I really don't think Hugo Lloris is that good. Like, in the grand scheme of goalkeepers nowadays, I don't think Hugo Lloris is that good. Now, that's going to be controversial, I know, but it's true. I don't think Hugo Lloris is that guy anymore. Ronaldo looks upset on the bench. Fortunately, Cristiano, just like Hugo Lloris, you're not that guy anymore. As Jadon Sancho picks the ball up, finds Fred. I'm thinking of a 2-1 win for us against Chelsea, late winner. I'll take any sort of winner against Chelsea. I think it's important, especially in the early days. When you're a year, 6 months into a project, the way you win games isn't a problem. It's a matter of just winning games. When you do get a year, 18 months into a manager, then how you win games, to me, starts mattering. Because while you can lose games by playing badly, as here comes Ivan Perisic, puts a poor ball into the box and Alessandro Martinez heads clear. While you can win games playing poorly, you look at the best teams in the world, the teams that win Premier Leagues, the teams that win Bundesligas, so on, just league titles in general. I should really have just said. Those teams don't play badly week in, week out. Those teams play well 90% of the time, play good attacking football, and sometimes they do play badly, granted. They're the type of games you grind out. But the problem for Manchester United in the last, well, especially under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, was we would win games, but we'd be 2.5 years into Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's plan, where we should be seeing a way of playing. We should be seeing good performances week in, week out, more or less. But instead, we were seeing the same. Right, we're playing badly, but we might get a result, and that's why we never won anything under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. As Anthony comes forward, goes for goal, just wide. Anthony, my boy, so close to finding that bottom hand corner. Hugo Lloris was getting nowhere near it. In a bit, mate. Anthony is a boy. Anthony is a boy. I've just seen Twitter and everybody's raving about him. He'll improve in the future, like Sancho. I mean, Sancho, he needs to step his game up, really. Varane wins the header. Anthony flicks on. I think you look at Jadon Sancho. I think, look, I don't think Sancho's start to his career at Manchester United has been great. But I also don't think it's been easy. I think you look at what Sancho's had to like kind of play with over his year at the club. It's been inconsistency throughout since he's joined, really. And now we're getting a bit of consistency in playing performances. He doesn't have a kind of a guaranteed spot in the team. He has that right wing spot is Anthony's. Left wing, you've got Marcus Rashford. Bruno Fernandez is almost certainly going to play number 10 every week. So it looks, while when Martial's fit, if we do get a new striker, I don't know what could happen to Ronaldo. Then eventually Sancho's going to have to start taking his chances as a sub player. And when he does get these opportunities, and here comes Perisic. I mean, Fred. He's rubbish. He's rubbish, Fred. I really fear for Sancho. Because, look, Rashford's playing well, but I said this under Ralph Rangnick. I said this under Solskjaer. I think there must be something in Rashford's contract that says the manager has to play him. Because no matter what, he's always been played. He's always been played. And even when he was playing awfully under Solskjaer, he'd play every week. Rangnick dropped him eventually. But obviously, Rangnick never then kind of fulfilled the job that he was actually brought in to do. Which suggests maybe it was written in the contract that, oh, you've got to use Rashford, you've got to use such and such. And Rangnick was like, no, I'm not using him. He's not good enough. And then they never got the job full time. No, that's just conspiracies. But it's what I'm throwing down. That's just what I think. Right, throwing for Spurs into Bentancur. Tries to get the crossing. Good block by Fred. Is that for another throw-in for Spurs? 14 minutes into this game. Still 0-0. Spurs getting more on the front foot. Dyer. Romero goes down the line looking for Kane. Lisandro Martinez is on him. Harry Kane does well. Finds Bentancur. Started pressing. We force him back into Romero. Basuma. Back to Eric Dyer. Højbjerg. Son. Perisic finds a lovely ball to Ben Davies and Spurs are in here. Good chance, good block by Varane, I think it was. Basuma looks to bring it out from the back. United have the ball. Can Anthony get away from Perisic here? Dalot. Back to De Gea. And De Gea will go long. Just clearing the ball away. Rashford mistimes the jump. Gakpo transfer decline. Yeah, I mean, I saw that earlier come out. I would have liked Gakpo. I would have. And I think if we had sold Ronaldo, we would have got him in. The issue was, I would imagine, obviously, I don't have inside sources. I don't know for certain. These are just my 2 cents. For me, if Ronaldo had left, like the plan was to sell him, then we would have signed Gakpo. But the fact that we didn't sell Ronaldo because nobody wanted him because he's useless means we didn't need a striker. We couldn't afford to sign a striker, or there wasn't any value in signing a striker because we have Martial, we have Ronaldo, we have Rashford who can play striker. We have an abundance of striker options. Signing a fourth for 40 million, 30 million would be a waste of money. Given especially how much money Cristiano Ronaldo's on. And like eventually, like, you have to use Ronaldo. Like, you can't have Ronaldo, who's one of the best ever. He's not that player anymore, but he was one of the best ever. You can't have him sat on the bench on 400k a week for a whole season. Like, you've got to use him at some point. So where would he be used if we sign Gakpo? Unless you have a 40 million pound striker that you don't ever use. Because I still think Martial would be above him in the pecking order still. Rashford would. So if you bring Gakpo, who would be as well, then Ronaldo is the worst position we could ever have put him in. Sancho does well there, good ball across, good defending. Shaw delivers again, and Perisic can easily get it back to Lloris. And that's where having someone like Ronaldo, to be fair, would have been useful. I just realised the stadium FX on and no commentary. Why is this a thing on Prime? That's just how it is. Prime's quite good like that because a lot of people don't like commentators. They would rather have the stadium's noise. So it's a nice option to have both, I would say. Spurs are in the attack here. That Doherty shoots wide of the back stick. Gakpo's Arsenal bound, mate. Don't know what you mean. I think whoever gets him from PSV have got a great deal. I think PSV is somewhere a club keep your eye on. I think they've got a couple good players there that in a year or two big clubs will be going in for. Gakpo, Sangare, name two. Hello. I mean, I know Ruud van Nistelrooy's at the club. Rashford's in. Ben Davies is on him. Go on, Marcus. Can you find somebody? Or can you turn? No, you find Shaw. Bruno's on the edge of the box. Bruno's going to shoot, isn't he? He's blocked. Out to Anthony. I mean, Xavi Simons, he's meant to be a really hot prospect. He has been for years, hasn't he? Really. But yeah, I mean, Noni Madueke, Sangare, Cody Gakpo, Xavi Simons, all players that in the future I wouldn't be surprised to see them get big moves. Maybe a Premier League club. Anthony Fred. What a ball. Rashford's in. Great save. Hugo Lloris. Marcus Rashford has to score there. Marcus Rashford has to score there. What a ball through from Fred. But Rashford has to score. And look, for me, I think that chance there is the difference between a good forward or a good kind of attacking player and a world-class one, an Erling Haaland. Haaland scores there. Like, and I have no doubts about that. Erling Haaland, in that situation, you give him that chance, 9 times out of 10 he scores. Rashford doesn't. We have a free kick here. Bruno, Rashford and Shaw standing over it. Bruno's taking it! Good save, Hugo Lloris. It's a good free kick by Bruno. Great effort from Bruno. We go short from the corner. Rashford beats one, shoots from the edge. It's taken a deflection and it's over the bar. United, we look dangerous. We look dangerous. What we like to see. Another corner for United. Imagine we're going to go short again, or we're going to do something off of the training ground. Because we don't have much success of just whipping the ball into the box. Bruno Fernandez raises one hand. I should assume that means it's coming in the box. It does. Header clear. Rashford can't get hold of it. But Shaw will pick it up on the halfway line. Bruno puts the ball back into the box. Dyer head clear. Fred takes it down and gives it back into David De Gea. De Gea goes long. Romero won it, but finds Jadon Sancho. Great header from Romero to Sancho. Bruno Fernandez, edge of the box. Finds Anthony. To Dalot. Dalot up against Perisic. Takes him on. Looks to get the ball across. It's taking a deflection. Shaw's at the back stick. What a save. Hugo Lloris again. Another huge save by Hugo Lloris. Keeping Spurs in this game at the moment. My God, what a game Hugo Lloris is having. Bruno Fernandez clips it to the back, the edge of the box. Fred with a wasteful volley, really. Here is Sancho. Bruno finds Diogo Dalot. Puts the ball into the box. Anthony can't get the ball back across. Out for a goal kick. I have to say, United so far, better team. We'll see the save again against Luke Shaw. It's an unbelievable volley by Shaw. It's going right for the net, and Hugo Lloris gets hardly anything on it, but pushes it over the bar. It's an unbelievable save by Hugo Lloris. He's having an absolute worldie tonight. United all over Spurs at the moment, and Spurs are only just staying in it thanks to their and France's #1. Here is Jadon Sancho into Luke Shaw. Crossfield ball into Diogo Dalot, who takes it down well. Moves it into Anthony. Anthony into Varane. Back to Anthony. Anthony will go back into De Gea. United just keeping the ball. They'll be more than happy to do so. Given the start to this game, 25 minutes in, still 0-0. But United have had multiple good opportunities, and Hugo Lloris is keeping them in it. Luke Shaw's having a great game. I've said for ages, Luke Shaw is top quality. I find it crazy. When I see people saying Trippier is a better left back than Shaw is. And I think it's mental. I think it's mental how people don't rate Luke Shaw. He is unbelievable. I mean, Bruno Fernandez, on the other hand, he's not the same player he once was. That's the disappointing thing for me. Like, he's just, he doesn't hit the same anymore. Lovely ball out to Doherty. Spurs trying to play their way out. Bissouma. Doherty. Casemiro fouls Bentancur. United had 91% of the possession in the last 5 minutes. And apparently, in the first 25 minutes, United have already had 13 shots. We'll double check that. I mean, look at that. I mean, look at that. For domination of a game. Manchester United looking fantastic. 12 shots, 5 on target. Hugo Lloris keeping them in this game. As Bruno Fernandez wins it back from Harry Kane. Into Luke Shaw. To Bruno. Moves it out wide to Jadon Sancho. Moves it back to Bruno. United knocking the ball around well here. Martinez back to De Gea. Dalot's offered himself. Perisic has come steaming forward and De Gea goes long. Over the top of Dyer. Fred's chasing it. But Dyer deals with it in the end. Here is Curtis Romero, as he's nicknamed. Dyer passes out for a throw into United. And they just can't handle us. Luke Shaw moves it in. Or, sorry, Sancho moves it into Shaw. Casemiro. Back to Shaw. United getting closer and closer to their best here. Closer and closer to the team that Erik ten Hag wants this Manchester United side to be. As Anthony has it. Finds Diogo Dalot. To Casemiro. Sancho. Keeps the ball well. Shaw. Bruno. Casemiro. Fires one. Just wide. I don't know how far that was away. Hugo Lloris looked fairly comfortable. He didn't move for it. We'll see how far away it was. Wow, it weren't far away at all, was it? Casemiro did so well. He keeps it low, but he drives it so hard. It's just wide of the post. United will be wondering how they're not winning this game. Perisic throws it back to Eric Dyer. Romero. Doherty's offered himself as at right wing back and he goes into him. Doherty back to Romero. Crossfield ball to Ben Davies. Spurs just for the first time really in this, what it feels like in this game, just keeping the ball now. Just trying to kind of grow into it a little bit more, because in the opening half hour, United have had it essentially all their own way. As Harry Kane has it now. Into Doherty. Bissouma. Højbjerg finds Perisic. Conte screaming orders on the sideline. Humansson turns well. Good tackle by Fred. Spurs pick it back up though. Ben Davies pass is intercepted by Casemiro. He finds Bruno Fernandez and now United can move it. Bruno. An awful pass to Fred. As Bissouma has it now for Spurs. Moves it out wide to Perisic. The Son. Bissouma. Højbjerg. United got to do better. When we get the ball like that, Bruno Fernandez's pass has to be better. It needs to be sharper, crisper, get it out of his feet and let United get on the counter-attack, because it was a simple ball to Fred and it opens the game up at that point for the counter-attack. As Bruno has it, finds Fred this time, who goes into Luke Shaw. Hugo Lloris has already made 5 big saves this game, according to BBC Sport. Dalot, crossfield ball for Shaw. He brings it down. Doherty's on his back, but he gives it into Lisandro Martinez. Shaw. Casemiro. He can now drive forward with it and move the ball out wide into Diogo Dalot. He brings it down well. Skips past Højbjerg. Finds Luke Shaw. Jadon Sancho needs to make himself available on this left-hand side, and he is. Go on, take him on. Gives it into Bruno. He'll go out wide to Anthony. Perisic with a very good interception, and here comes Spurs on the counter-attack with Perisic. He slows it down, though, and just rolls it back into Ben Davies. Spurs, again, just trying to slow it down. Keep it calm. Spurs know the type of game this is. They know they've got to control it. They've got to stay in it. And chances will eventually come. It's like I said about when we played Liverpool and when we played Man City. For Spurs today, it's not about going out trying to win it in the first 20 minutes, first half an hour, and finding yourself 3-0 down. It's about staying in the game and taking your chance when it comes, because your chance will come. The worst teams in the league get at least a chance against the best teams in the league. Very rarely will a game go by where your team, your striker, won't get a chance. It's about taking that chance when it comes. And with Kane and Son up top, you're going to create at least one chance. And if it's one of those two with it, the chance of them taking it is very high. So it's all about just making sure for Spurs, they don't go gun-ho. I think that's what what Conte probably would have been saying to his players. Just calm it down, or we're going to lose it before we even get the chance to win it. It was Romero. Basuma. Dyer. Good movement here by Spurs, but Dalot just can easily pick up a poor pass from Bentancur. Gets a lovely ball up to Sancho, who moves it first time into Luke Shaw. Sancho back to Shaw. Sancho makes a good run, but Shaw ignores it and decides to go to Fred. Well, Bruno now to Fred. Hello. I'm not sure what do you want me to call you? MMIX. But how are we? Casemiro delivers into the box. Doherty clears. It's here for the United. I remember you. I remember here for the United. What's with the new username? Is it a new account? Just in general. De Gea into Casemiro. Goes back into De Gea. Who goes long. Don't know why we've gone long. Dyer wins the first ball. But can we win the second? Dalot. Yeah, I mean, technically he does want it. I've known you for more than a year now. Yeah, you've been sorry. Ugh. Long day. Yeah, you've been around for a while, mate. I respect it. I respect it. Thank you. You've been here for the glow up, as they say. Anthony picks the ball up. He's running down this right hand side up against Basuma and Dyer. Finds Rashford in the box, who goes down. Referee says no. Get up, Simon. Is it Hooper? Cooper? You did find out earlier. Simon Hooper. Yeah, it's Hooper. 2-1 prediction today, even after a shocker against Newcastle. Yeah, I was gonna say we didn't play Palace, mate. Right, I'll get that written down once the ball goes out of play. Bruno Fernandez has it here. Finds Marcus Rashford. Moves it out to Jadon Sancho. Sancho finds Bruno Fernandez. Finds Fred, who swings a leg at it. Well blocked. Is that not a foul? No. Jadon Sancho finds Fred. Fred, what is that, my G? Lloris just scrambling to get it clear. Sure. Loses the ball, and can Spurs break away, or are we going to keep them penned in? Looks like they might be able to break away. Alessandro Martinez does really well up against Son. Bruno Fernandez gets out to Dalot. I've been good, mate. I've been good. I'm just getting over man flu. I heard about man flu. Anthony does brilliantly there against Perisic. Here he is, Anthony. Poor pass, but we'll pick it back up. Moves it into Dalot. But yeah, no, I've been good. How are you? How's life been treating you? Fred shoots! Wide, and as always, was going wide. No, really controlling this game. Erik ten Hag got today's lineup spot on. And you know what? I'm taking a bit of credit as well, because I had the same lineup, more or less. Eric, me and you, we're best mates. Me and Erik ten Hag, best mates. Good. I'm glad to hear it, mate. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear you're all right. Sancho. Hold on. I will answer your question in a minute. Dalot shoots, blocked. Right, a player's gone down. So I'm going to blow my nose. I'll get your prediction written down, and then I'll answer your question, mate. Sorry about this. Right, I'm back. I've blown my nose. Right, so I'll get your prediction in, lad. So there we go. So there's the predictions. Yours is boxed off just because yours came during the game. Just the way we do it. I've said this quite a lot. For me, Arsenal right now feel like Leicester in, was it 2015, 2016 when they won it. I think Man City are the favourites, and they should be. I think Man City are the best team in the league. However, I really like Arsenal. I think they're really good. And I look at him. I look at Arsenal right now, and I just think, surely the run will stop this week. Surely they will be stopped. Then they do it. Then they get the 3 points. They beat Liverpool. They beat Tottenham very convincingly against Tottenham as well. Like they seem to be they're picking up wins. You can't, and they deserve these wins as well. And then that makes me believe what stops Arsenal. You look at their squad, if they can stay fit, and I think with the World Cup, I don't think a lot of Arsenal players are going to go to the World Cup, which, while that says a lot about the Arsenal, potentially the caliber of Arsenal player, does mean they get a month, 2 months off during the middle of the season, where any slight niggles they might have, they'll be able to rest. They'll be able to recover. So that's advantage Arsenal. Man City are going to have a lot of players go there. So I think Arsenal have a chance. They've got a chance, but if I had 20 quid and I had to put my life savings on one team to win the league, it would be Man City. Rashford has it. Go on. Can you slip someone through? Marcus finds Fred. Anthony. He looks so dangerous every time he gets the ball, Anthony. Finds Rashford. Fred. Bruno. Get out to Luke Shaw. Get out to Shaw. Or can we find Sancho? So he goes up to Anthony. To Casemiro. Bruno Fernandez. Looks for a difficult ball. Bruno. Come on. Saka the only one really, yeah. But and that's my issue would be with Arsenal is just squad depth and players getting injured. If Saka gets injured, who comes in? If Partey gets injured, who comes in? They've got good players to come in. Like I like Sambi Lokonga. I think he's an okay player. He's not Thomas Partey though. I like Fabio Vieira. I think he's really good, and I think he's a worthwhile replacement for a Martin Odegaard. Gabriel Jesus is on a no, Eddie Nketiah isn't on a Gabriel Jesus level, but he's okay. I look at Saka. I don't see a right winger replacement for him, unless I'm forgetting somebody. I don't think that Marquinhos is. Reece Nelson isn't, and he's on loan somewhere. Pretty sure. So I don't look at that Arsenal team and think squad depth is perfectly there to go win the league. But I definitely wouldn't have said. I would have said the same about Leicester, and look what they did. So yeah, I am still at uni. Yes, I'm in my last year now, but I'm not in student accommodation anymore. Which is why I'm in a new building. I'm in a new room. Dalot goes across to Luke Shaw. At one point, that shirt did actually just hang on the wardrobe as well. But it broke off and I'm just too lazy to sort it. So yeah, this is my third and final year at uni. As here comes Tottenham. Is that Bentancur gets it out wide to Matt Doherty. Into Kane. Kane shoots. Good save by De Gea. It's falling into the box. Bentancur has it. Is that Luke Shaw's gone down injured? Varane heads it back into De Gea. De Gea goes shouting over to the referee. He's not happy with the referee not blowing up straight away. Diogo Dalot's down. Holding the bottom of his neck, so top of his chest. He should be alright. It should just be kind of like an impact sort of deal. What am I doing after uni? I'm not sure myself, lad. I'm not sure myself. Well, it's kind of a make it up as you go along type job. I'll find something. I'll find something to do. Fantasy's not looking great this week, I have to say. Fantasy's not looking great. What are you doing in uni? Like what course? I'm doing I do media production. So that'd be like well, it's all sorts of things. Like we did some 3D modeling, like CGI. Like graphic work. Like video editing. We've done a bit of studio stuff, so that's like working cameras, stuff like that. Really, I can't remember everything I do. I have to do a dissertation though. That's gonna be fun. I'm an awful academic writer. I mean, I've still not done my. I mean, GCSEs. What a time! What a time! I wish I was back and doing my GCSEs still. My God, what a time! I tell you what, you enjoy it because life gets hard. Life gets harder. Life gets harder. But my only advice, well, my two pieces of advice would be enjoy it and try your best. Like, if you don't get amazing grades or whatever, some people aren't made for that, or something on the day goes wrong. But as long as you've tried your best, you know deep down you've done all you can, and you've left it all kind of out on show. You've showed the best you can do. Then you can't be angry at yourself, and no one can be angry at you. You can only do your best. Hello with the throwing. I mean, half time is going to come any second now, really. Sumo to Perisic, looks for Højbjerg, finds Min Son, and surely not, just before half time, good tackle from Lisandro Martinez. Romero into Matt Doherty. Bentancur into Dyer. Did I get good grades at GCSE? I got pretty good grades, yeah. I could have got better, I think. I think I definitely could have got better. But general, yeah, I got. Well, I mean, I don't know. I can't remember. I don't know where you live. But obviously in the UK or in England, my year we'd had it in numbers. So, 1 was the worst, 9 was the best. So yeah, so it should be the same for you. So obviously 9's the best, 1's the worst, and I think it was a 4 was a C, 5 was a good C, then 6 B, 7 A star or A plus or a good A, and then 9 was like the very best. And I got generally I got B's. I think I got two A's, a couple B's, and a couple C's. I did all right. I could have got better, but I did all right. But yeah, like I say, you try your best, and you can't be disappointed. I mean, look. I mean, we've already spoken about the football. Man United, we're actually playing well for once. This is a turn up for the books, isn't it? I weren't expecting to be playing against Tottenham. Half time, and be surprised that we're not winning. Because Hugo Lloris is having a worldie today. I'm fed up of him, to be honest. You're going for a 2-1 United win. How Adraham? Sorry, I'm awful with names. I'm really sorry. I know I've got that wrong. But they're all the predictions, by the way, for those who are interested. I mean, like I said, I'm surprised. I'm surprised to be sitting here talking about how I'm surprised United aren't winning, because Hugo Lloris is having a worldie. We've had 5 or 6 great chances in that game to score, and for once, I can't blame Man United players for the fact we haven't scored. Bruno Fernandez apparently created 6 chances in that first half. You can see just Twitter is going on and on at how much better than we have been over Spurs. Trying to find the XG for the game so far. That would be something I'm really interested in seeing. Go to the XG for on Twitter. Do they have it? Waste of time then. Right, we'll find out. United are fantastic in the first half. We have been. And I think it's all about, in this second half, continuing the way we have been, and eventually a goal will come. It's, for me, look, I mean, the stats say it. 52% of the ball, 19 shots, 5 on target to 5 and 1. We have an XG of 1.04. They've got a 0.18. Manchester United have been the dominant force in this game, have been the better team, and it's a matter of time before Manchester United find the goal, the opening goal that sparks this game into life. It's all about how long it will take for us to get it, though. That's the only question for me in this game. Not when will it come, not if will it come, when. And that being said, we've had chances. Like I say, Hugo Lloris has made some excellent saves, but I do think Rashford should score his first one when Fred plays him through. I don't. It's that simple, really. United, if we play like we are and we continue to dominate this game as we are, we'll win the game. We'll win the game. And look, like I say, Bruno Fernandez has created 6 chances in today's game. 6. Fred has created 2. One of them being a big chance. Dalot's created 2. I mean, Sancho's created 3 chances. Sure, 1 chance. I mean, probably won't. Look at that. They're the player ratings at Tottenham. Read all that. But essentially, United dominating the game, dominating the chances. Player ratings are mostly green. United are playing well. That's all that matters. And you're playing well, like we are. Results will come. And realistically, like I was saying in the first half, how you can win when you're playing badly, but the best teams will always play well, more or less every game. Obviously, you sometimes you play bad, you play unbelievably well, don't get a result. But I don't mind that in a sense. And look, hear me out. Obviously, if you give me the option of playing well but drawing 0-0 or playing awfully and winning 1-0, I'm taking the 1-0 win playing awfully because it's 3 points. But long term, as I said, teams who play poorly every week don't win trophies. They don't do it. And you can't name me one team in history, really, that consistently play rubbish football, play badly, and consistently win trophies. It doesn't happen. Like, of course, there are one-off examples here and there where a bad team, a team that plays a negative style, who play badly week in, week out, will win trophies. But it doesn't consistently happen. So, if United don't win this game, obviously I'm disappointed because we should win it. But if we play like this every game, I know 90% of the time we're going to win it. We're going to win this sort of game. Like Man City do. Like Liverpool have done in the past. And looking like they're starting to become again. So, I would still be happy with the performance if we don't win. But of course you want to win. Long term, this sort of performance, result or not, is more beneficial, is better than playing badly and picking up a 1-0 win. Because you can't do that every game. You can't play badly and win a 1-0 every game. You play like this every game, you're not going to drop points every game. More or less, you're going to win most of the time. And that's what it's about. It's about putting the performances down on the pitch, week in, week out, and results will come. A good performance doesn't guarantee the result you deserve. But 99 times out of 10, out of 100, they come hand in hand. A good performance, a good result. Bad performance, a bad result. It's as simple as that. And this has certainly been a good performance. Hopefully we do get that good result that we deserve for it. Any subs coming on? I mean, I don't know as of yet any subs, but if we do have any, then I'll keep you updated. I wouldn't make any subs personally. Yeah, personally, I wouldn't make any subs after that first half. Keep it as it is, and then make changes come the 60th minute. Should we need to. But right now, I think the dynamic of the team is playing well. So you leave it how it is. 19 shots, no goals, bro. Hugo Lloris is having a worldie. That's why. Look, obviously some of it is shot selection. Like, some of the shots we've had, we shouldn't have taken the shot. However, that being said, Hugo Lloris has had a worldie. Rashford should score. Hugo Lloris produces an unbelievable save. Luke Shaw with a cracking volley. A great save by Lloris. We've come close. Anthony was so close to finding that bottom corner early in the first half. We've had chances, but Lloris has been unbelievable, and that's why. Yeah, exactly. I think Rashford should have scored. Look, and it's one of those where he'll get off of it because it is an unbelievable save by Lloris. But, as I said in the first half, you put Erling Haaland in that situation, he scores it. And that's the difference between Marcus Rashford and an elite striker. And I think Martial probably scores it. Ronaldo scores it. But look, I'm happy still. I'm still happy. I'm quickly going to go through for my glass of water. So I'll be back in just a mo. While I'm gone, please do hit that like button below and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. And please do share the stream and get involved in the live chat. Put anything in there really, and when I get back, we can have a chat about it. So yeah, I'll be right back. I've missed the goal. I've missed the goal. Fred has scored and I've missed the goal. Are you taking the piss? Fred scored. I've just walked in and Fred's bloody scored. How has this happened? Sancho found Fred. Oh, he's taken a huge deflection. But who cares? Because Man United have a lead. Come on! That's what we like to see, Jaden. With the assist to Fredinho. And it's a goal. 1-0 United. Fred can't believe it. And it's party time in Manchester as we have a 1-goal lead. Thank you very much. Oh, I felt bad. I've come in and just seen Fred shoot, and it kind of he looks like he's vaguely celebrating. I wasn't sure what was going on. Here's Højbjerg. Moves it out wide to is that Perisic? Is that Davies? Ball comes into the box, well defended by Rafael Varane. Is it the same team? Doesn't look like any changes have happened. Good. Fred. For sure. Luke Shaw looks for Marcus Rashford. Here it is, Marcus Rashford running at Spurs. Cuts inside. Rashford's got to score. What a save by Hugo Lloris. Again. Rashford should get a second for United. But it's a great save by Hugo Lloris. Rashford again. Go on, Marcus. She cuts inside, shoots, blocked. A good, strong hand by Hugo Lloris. I'm getting fed up of this man. Can he just get in the bin, please? Please, just get in the bin. Hugo. The only way of beating him is a deflection. That's how United have the lead today. It was a deflected effort from Fred that found the back of the net as Kane's through. Buys it wide. He wants a corner. And looks like he's got one. Sure about that. I don't think that takes a deflection. The full time, Liverpool have beaten West Ham by 1-0. Jarrod Bowen's missed penalty in the end being massively what would be the word? Decisive, I would say. Yes, be the word. As it's his penalty and Darwin Nunez's goal, that is the difference between the two sides today. But United is the game we're covering. It's the game we care about. They have the 1-0 lead and they equally need to hold on. As Heung-min Son whips one well wide of the post. Poor crossing, really. That for a goal kick to United. There's the goal scorer, Fred. If you guys are enjoying the stream and you're enjoying Fred's goal, please do hit that like button below and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. And please do share the stream. That would be greatly appreciated and would mean a lot as De Gea goes forward. Sancho can't win the first ball, but Basuma can bring it down. But Bentancur back to Basuma. Son dropping in to pick the ball up and goes into Højbjerg. Why is Fred so big? I don't think we needed that, Amazon. Fred and Bentancur fighting for the ball, but Spurs have won it. Lissandro Martinez comes through, clears it, but Simon Hooper's pulled it back for a free kick on Højbjerg after a foul by Casemiro, which means he goes into the book. Casemiro looks very surprised by it all. Saying, no, ref, no. In Spain, this is not a yellow. That's probably the worst. I have no idea how Casemiro speaks, if you didn't guess. Here is Eric Dyer. Højbjerg. Cross to Ben Davies. Goes down the line. Rafa Varane wins the header. Sends it back where it came from. Varane can't pick it up and loses the ball here. And here come Tottenham. Doherty. Cuts it back. Bentancur delivers. Won the header. Perisic did. Only out for a goal kick. Don't know what Perisic is crying about, but he's crying about something. Goal kick. United. 52 minutes played here. United. We've scored a goal in this second half, but we're not playing anywhere near the level we did in the first. United got to pick it up. Got to pick it up. We have to win this game. Because they're going to get closer. They're getting closer. Eventually, we continue how we are. They will find the opening. 52 minutes into this game. Still, Manchester United 1. Tottenham 0, sorry. as Sancho loses the ball to Romero. Basuma gives it away to Fred. Casemiro gives it away back to the Basuma. It's all over the place right now, but Højbjerg does finally get it down. And it's Dyer to Højbjerg, back to Dyer. Bruno Fernandez is absolutely just taken out Højbjerg for no reason. Good interception from Diego Dalot, and Casemiro has it. To Bruno. Basuma gets revenge on Bruno Fernandez as Dalot goes back into Rafael Varane. Goes across to Luke Shaw. Moves it to Fred. Who gets his pass all wrong. And Ten Hag is just shouting down. Fred scored. Lisandro Martinez goes back into De Gea. Fred scored. I mean, I technically missed it as well. I went to go fill my glass up, and I came back and I just saw Fred shooting, and it deflected in. I was like, I ran back to my desk and was like, oh my god, Fred scored. Bruno Fernandez has it. Slips it through to Anthony. It's a great ball into Anthony. Go on, Anthony. He shoots. Just wide. Unlucky there from the Brazilian. There may be better options available to him, but he went for goal. I can't begrudge him too much. He's had a good game so far, really. Just wide of that front post. Not a bad effort. Probably, like I say, should have went to that back post for me. But it's not a bad effort. Lisandro Martinez, very good there. And here is Fred. Moves it out wide to Jadon Sancho. And this is where we want to see Sancho cut in and shoot. He does. And it's a good block by Romero as Doherty's back. They look to play it out from the back. Bentancur has it. Finds Harry Kane. Casemiro wins it. It's back with Lisandro Martinez now to Shaw. Very, very good performance all round from Manchester United here today. Very, very good. I've got a big grin on my face. I can't lie. De Gea going long. Rashford wins it. Fred just boots it fucking up. My God, this guy's a comedy show. But Bruno Fernandez will pick it up. Romero's all out. See, Rashford goes down. Referee says no. Referee says goal kick. Obviously, VAR is there. So if it is a penalty, it will be reviewed. We'll see it here again. Bruno Fernandez just knocked it through to him. I don't think it is a penalty. No, you are never gonna get that. And I'm not even sure if VAR bothered to look at it. Perisic goes back into Dyer. Good closing down from Rashford. Is that for a throw-in for Spurs? Really high in Spurs' half. So if United can box him in here, we can be used as an outball against the press. And that's what Spurs have done so well here. And here comes Ben Davies down the line. Bentancur with it now. Into the front line, but Lisandro Martin is up against Kane. Kane just doesn't have an answer for him. Just tweeted that Martinez, I think he's having a great game again. I mean, most games he's played for United, I think he's been great, to be fair. But yeah, I think he's been very good today, Lisandro Martinez. And after all this talk, when he first signed, he's too small for the Premier League. He's too small. He's not tall enough. He's going to get bullied. He's going to get bodied in the Premier League. Or Premier League, this physical league can't be this small. Well, I think he's having another fantastic game for Manchester United. Harry Kane, not done much, has he, today? He's been up against Martinez most of the time. So, don't know what they're on about, really. It's Bruno Fernandez goes out wide to Diego Dalot. Anthony into Fred. Bruno Fernandez. Nice ball out to Anthony. Can he get a cross in? Or would he go into Dalot? No, he goes to Fred. He puts the cross in. And Rashford just gets it all wrong with that header. It's a great ball in from Fred. And Rashford just, like I say, gets it all wrong. Sancho gets it all wrong there. But Luke Shaw with a strong challenge of Matt Doherty. And sees it out for a throw in. And again, it's another opportunity for United to try and keep Spurs pinned in here. Matt Doherty will take the throw in. Goes into Dyer. He does eventually get it down the line, but it's not the... it wasn't the most assured piece of defender I've ever seen from the English central defender. As the ball's bouncing around here, Casemiro is the one to finally bring it down. Gives it to Varane, who moves out wide to Luke Shaw. Bruno Fernandez is down, has stayed down. Simon Hooper's gone over to Bruno Fernandez. Just told Luke Shaw to hold it there. We'll check on him. Bruno Fernandez is staying down. Hopefully he's alright. Obviously, we've got Christian Eriksen on the bench. And after 60 minutes, he could come on for half an hour. Just to help see the game out. Not the end of the world if Bruno Fernandes has to come off. I think he'll be alright. I think he'll be alright. He's up. He looks fine. But so many good performances today for Manchester United. I think that's the encouraging thing. I don't think there's been a bad player on the pitch for United. I really don't. I think obviously some players have played worse than others, but I couldn't tell you a bad player. That's really encouraging because usually there's always that one player that sticks out like a sore thumb of someone who's usually played particularly poorly. I don't think there's been that. Even players like, I think Sancho's been a bit quiet. But when he's got the ball, I think he's done well. He got the assist in the end. I think he's worked. I still think at very least he's a 6-7. As Anthony has it here. I think when he has looked dangerous whenever he has got it. And here is Anthony. Lovely ball looking for Rashford. Romero with a very good offensive, proactive piece of defending there. Free kick to Tottenham. 62 minutes played. Manchester United 1, Tottenham 0. If you are enjoying the stream, please do hit that like button below. And subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. First half was all Manchester United. Second half, the game's definitely opened up a little bit more. Spurs have definitely come out much better. And it's been a little bit more 50-50. If I had to give it one side, I probably would give it to Spurs. Just edging the second half so far. But I think United defensively have looked really good. Casemiro has looked very, very assured in midfield. And I think he just makes the defence look so much better. Whether that's... Look, the defence is good, as it is. There's no ifs or buts about that. It's a very good defence. But I think Casemiro in front of it makes it look even better. And... Look, I don't think Harry Maguire deserves to come back into this team at the moment. Because I think Varane's playing well. Lisandro Martinez is obviously playing well. I think Lindelof was good when he was in there. And I think purely based on form and kind of fairness in that sense, Harry Maguire deserves to be below both of those two in the pecking order. But that being said, I would be curious to see how Harry Maguire would get on in this sort of defence, because now we do have proper structure in that defence and proper protection for the back line, as Anthony has it here on the edge of the box. Fred back to Anthony, looks for Bruno. United win it back so high up. And here is Diogo Dalot now running at Ivan Perisic, cuts inside, shoots. He's taking a deflection and it's out for a corner for United. Very, very happy. Very happy. And of course, we look over to the Premier League table. This win today would take us within 4 points of Tottenham with a game in hand. Meaning, should we win that game in hand, 1 point off of Tottenham, who everybody has kind of unanimously said have had a great start to the season, have said that that's Spurs are kind of a certainty at top 4 and United have no chance. Well, it's all very, very close right now. As Dyer has it, gets out to Christian Romero, moves out to Perisic, who's on the right-hand side now. So I imagine that probably means Ryan Sessegnon might be on his way onto the pitch fairly soon in place of Matt Doherty. Why has that already happened? I've missed it. Not happened yet. As Ben Davis goes back to Lloris. 25 minutes to play here. Manchester United 1, Tottenham 0. The long ball. Bruno Fernandez can't win it up against Bentancur. But he wins a free kick. I'm not sure if that's a free kick. Been very, very harsh on Bentancur, that. As Luke Shaw has it. Moves it into Jadon Sancho. Back to Luke Shaw. Lisandro Martinez. Hello, Eddie, mate. How are we? Long time no see. De Gea goes long, looking for Rashford. And Rashford will chase. And he gets there. Marcus Rashford. Can't keep it on. He's got to do better there, Marcus. He's got to do better. I'm sorry. But he gets there first. Rashford should do better there for me. Comfortable game so far for United, really. Eventually, surely changes must come for Spurs. I know I'm late, but I'll go 2-0 United. You got the table. We've got new graphics. We've got some new graphics. We've got we've got new stuff. Oh, the budget's gone up. The budget of 0 has gone up from 0 to 0. Perisic has done well. Delivers the ball in. Good defending from Rafael Varane. But yeah, I mean, just a trial to see how people kind of like it. So we have obviously the Spurs team, and we have the table as it stands going into the game. As Kane has a huge chance. Big save by David De Gea. I was just saying, De Gea's not really had much to do, and it's been a comfortable game. But De Gea finally has to make a big save, and he does. The flag was up, so it probably wouldn't have counted, but it's still a huge save and a huge moment here for United. But United are playing on. The referee hasn't called back the offside. Here's Bruno Fernandez. Can he get hold of it? Fred on the edge of the box. Bruno Fernandez scores an unbelievable goal. And Manchester United have a second goal. And it all comes from that save from David De Gea. What a game. What a goal. United have a 2-goal lead. And United are going to win this game surely now. And fair play to the referee. I think you've got to say fair play to the referee. It's so easy there for him to have blown up and ruined this counter-attack for Manchester United. He doesn't, and that goal from Cristiano Ronaldo, not Ronaldo, from Bruno Fernandez is unbelievable. The placement to put that into the side netting, to the corner, is unbelievable. Fair play, Bruno Fernandez. 2-0 United. Huge game. Huge goal for United. And surely that puts this game out of doubt for United. And there we go. 2-0. Totally deserved. 2-0 as well. And just about seeing the game out now. And like I say, credit to Simon Hooper there. We don't often give credit to the referees, but there he does his job perfectly. He plays not VAR. The crosses come in. De Gea makes an unbelievable save. It would have been offside, so it didn't matter anyway. But he makes a great save. Then the flag goes up for offside. So often, that flag will go up. The referee will blow his whistle, and it gets brought back for the free kick. The referee doesn't. He lets play continue. He sees United got the ball. United are coming forward. And he plays advantage. And the advantage ends up with Manchester United scoring. Brilliant from him. He did come from Sporting like Cristiano. He goes left, he goes right. He makes defenders look shite. He's our Portuguese Magnifico. Finn, where do you think Liverpool will finish this season? They'll be in the top 6. They've just shown the goal again. It is unbelievable from Bruno Fernandez, by the way. It is unbelievable from the Portuguese international. What a finish, by the way. But I look at Liverpool right now, and obviously they're below. I don't know where they are in the live table, but they're below United. Obviously, I think they're 3 points below us, and I think United eventually are starting to click into gear a little bit more. I think so are Liverpool. We've got that 3-point advantage. I mean, I think it's really tough. I think the top 6 is going to be so close this year. As Anthony has it. Luke Shaw is there with the overlap. He goes back into Bruno. They'll comfortably get top 6. But I think it's so hard. United 4th or 3rd, we will win the Europa League. I think we could win the Europa League. I just think, look, what's going to happen with Arsenal? What's going to happen with Tottenham? I think Spurs, they're a weird team because when Arsenal went in to play Spurs, I had no doubt. There was no doubt in my mind that Arsenal were going to beat Spurs, and they did, and they beat them comfortably. And I came into this game, and look, I said we'd win the game. I mean, I said we could lose it, but that's because I know how kind of inconsistent United are. Oh, come on, Fred. But in the end, really, if I was against any of the top 6, Tottenham are the team I'm most confident against. As Rashford has it here. Cuts inside, shoots! What a save, Hugo Lloris! What a save by Lloris! Rashford cuts inside, shoots. What a save. My God. Oh, my God. What a team. Scott McTominay now looking like he's going to come on for United. Imagine that's probably for Fred. What is going on? Sorry about that. If you guys aren't enjoying this stream, I don't know what you do enjoy. Please do hit that like button below. Subscribe if you're new and you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. And please do share the stream. What a game we've got on show today. We go long. Bentancur. Dalot wins it. Bruno. Into Diogo Dalot. Anthony. He's a baller. Anthony's a baller. This United team are ballers. This team, it brings a tear to my eye. Having to go through Ralph Rangnick and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. To now get to witness this, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Is Anthony coming off for McTominay? He is. So, imagine that means we go to a 4-3-3. 4-3-3 mate. Then it's Bruno off the right. Fred. Harmony on the right. Nero at number 6. So yeah, so that's kind of how the team now looks. I don't think that's a bad change whatsoever. I think Anthony played well, but I don't think it's a bad change. And Anthony might have been carrying a little bit of a knock. He kind of lifted his shorts up on when he came off. Usually a sign of some sort of knock, and I don't know if he's wincing there a little bit. Fred moves it out to Diogo Dalot. An all Portuguese right hand side now for United with Bruno Fernandez and Diogo Dalot. Casemiro with a dummy. Luke Shaw finds Lisandro Martinez out to Jadon Sancho, who wins a throw-in for United. Good play from Jadon Sancho up against Matt Doherty there. And look, I mean, imagine Liverpool in the Europa League, bring Ronnie on, all we need is Frankie de Jong. Yeah, put Frankie de Jong next to Casemiro instead of Fred. Imagine. And look, United completely deserved this result. Completely deserved it. I'm surprised Spurs haven't made changes to try and change something, try and inject something into this game for them. I look at that subs bench. Unless you bring Lucas Moura on, who do you bring on to try and liven this game up from an attacking perspective? Spurs, as Perisic delivers into the box, Harry Kane heads it down. Heung-min Son has a chance. Good tackle by Shaw. Good defending in general from Manchester United. If we played like this against City, we would have got a result. I don't know. Man, Spurs are nowhere near as good as this thingy. But looks like changes are coming. Davinson Sanchez and Oliver Skip. Just into De Gea. Sure. Fred. Goes down the line. Rashford picks it up. Go on, Marcus. Drive with it. Marcus. Lovely ball looking for McTominay. Good defending. Dallo does get out to McTominay. McTominay can't bring it under. We look like we're going to see a lot of changes for Spurs. Lucas Moura is also coming on. Have the changes happened? Zuma with it goes into Dyer. I just look. I mean, I said this during before the season started. I didn't think Spurs were as good as a lot of people were going to were making out they were going to be, and I've seen Spurs play Arsenal. I've seen them play Man United, and I've seen them get comfortably beaten by both. Comfortably beaten by both. Spurs have already had a sniff all game, and this is a Man United team that struggled against Newcastle. What, 3 days ago? What a ball. Bruno Fernandez is in. He's got to make it 3. He sits down. Hugo Lloris, and it is 3-0 to Manchester United. That is rude from Bruno Fernandez. That is rude. The linesman flag is up. He is offside. Let me bring it back down to 3. So Dyer's off. Sanchez. Davinson Sanchez is on. Ryan Sessegnon at right wing back. Lucas Moura tries to slip in Kane. Son, sorry. It's a 3-4-3 now. Kane up top. On the left. Right. Sessegnon in. Good defending. There we go. So changes are done. So there's the new Spurs team. That's how they look now. United are better than Liverpool on the pitch this year. Mate, we're a very good team. When we're at our when we're at it, and when we're at our best. Whoa. That's not meant to say 5-0. That's meant to be 2-0. Calm down, scoreboard. I was gonna say, the girlfriend is good. Woman is good. How is yours? Yes. So we've got 7 minutes left of this game. United surely gonna run out winners. I don't see a world in which United don't win this game. If we don't, sack them all. That was the main thing. I don't know what that's. Hey, sorry. Loris. Oh, that's the main thing. Mine's alright. Good. I'm glad she's alright. Yeah. Sorry. Took me a second, yeah. I'm glad she's alright. Is that Alanga? Alanga's coming on. We haven't seen Alanga for a while. Ralph Rangnick's like boy toy. Eriksen's also coming on. Varane's across brilliantly. I'm not going to get political. Obviously, my thoughts are with the Ukrainian people. And what's going on over there isn't great. From what look, I'm not. I don't know loads about it. What's going on over there? But war is bad. That's all I've got. Like I say, I don't like to get political. I'm not a political guy here. I just like to look at Man United beating Tottenham 2-0 and just think, we are quality, aren't we? We are quality. As Harry Kane has it, can't get past the Man Mountains of Manchester United, although Bentancur has it, delivers. Salah easily heads clear. Like nothing. Like it's nothing. They've run into McTominay there. Casemiro wins a free kick. Good play there from Casemiro. Oh, I didn't bring Oliver Skip on. Sorry. Realised I didn't bring Skip on. Zuma. Casemiro's come off. I don't like that. So, for United, I suppose it goes back to that. With Alanga on the left. Eriksen at number 10. And the return of McFred. Return of McFred. Oh my god, it's return of McFred. Return of McFred. Oh yeah. Oh. It could be that. Looks like it is more. Oh, Oliver Skip's not even come on yet. That's probably why. There we go. So yeah, that's the team. Bruno Fernandez. So yeah, he's dropped in there. Eriksen's come on. Out wide to Alanga. Go on, Alanga. Fighting for it. Ryan Sessegnon does well though. Off. Casemiro. I think Casemiro has had a really good game, by the way. Probably going to the radar a little bit. Sorry, Basuma's still on. So Skip's on now. Perisic now comes off. So Sessegnon will probably go to the left. We had Spence. Right back. Yeah, that's how Spurs look now. Is that Højbjerg? Højbjerg's still on. Basuma did come off. Bloody hell. Having to keep an eye on all these subs is a pain in the arse. But there we go. It's all sorted now. Fred has it. So he's looking for Alanga, who brings it down. Oh, poorly though. Just runs away from him. Ronaldo's gone walking down the tunnel. That's poor from Cristiano. Ronaldo's gone walking down the tunnel before the end of the game. That is really poor from Ronaldo. As Diego Dallo has it now, brings it forward. That's really poor. Cristiano Ronaldo is meant to be this experienced head. Someone who the younger players are meant to look up to and admire. And that is just so poor. Like, you're meant to be a role model, Cristiano. Walking off down the tunnel because you haven't come on. I think it's pathetic, really. Who in the other Premier League games, Finn, if you don't mind looking them up? I can look them up. Do that for you guys. So, Bournemouth lost to Southampton 1-0. Liverpool beat West Ham 1-0. Chelsea, Brentford was 0-0. Newcastle 1-0. And we carried today's set of games with a 2-0 against Spurs as we get into the 4 additional minutes of added time. 1 minute played of said 4 as Eriksen moves it across to Rafael Varane. And look, we've got a lot of difficult games coming up. This was the first. We've done that. We've kind of, in a sense, we've jumped to the first hurdle. We play Chelsea on the weekend. I believe that's the late kickoff on Saturday. Win. It's a game we must win. As Jed Spence comes surging forward here for Tottenham. Good defending from Luke Shaw. Fred has it. We'll just go running down the line. Lucas Moura getting back. Makes a good tackle. But referee says it comes off of Fred last. We will beat Chelsea at the weekend. Chelsea will be a lot harder game than this Tottenham game. I'll tell you that now. It will be a lot harder of a game. Graham Potter is a top coach and he's got a thing for beating us at Brighton. So I'm not going to get confident straight away. But if we play like we have today, then there is absolutely no reason why we can't. What I'd say. That's quality from Christian Eriksen. And Fred plays it through to Rashford, who is offside. He runs to the corner. He knows he's offside. Erik ten Hag just saying, get back, get in, defend. Christian Romero. Across to Davinson Sanchez. Lucas Moura. Absolutely floored. And we're into the final minute of this game. United, all we have to do is hold on at this point, and the 3 points are ours. Romero goes across to Ben Davies. I read it 2-1, but it's 2-0. Oh, wrong prediction's a wrong prediction, unless they can get something here. Good defending from Luke Shaw. Can we get it down? Langer can't keep it. And here is Jed Spence. Goes to Lucas Moura. Again, it's just a reset for Tottenham. Harry Kane's in the box here. Lisandro Martinez. It's so easy for him. He's so good, the little butcher. But he's given away a corner, I think. Corner. It might be a throw. Corner or is there a throw in? It is a corner. Very last minute. We'll defend it. We'll be fine. It's going to be 2-0, isn't it? Yuminson delivers. Oh, it's poor from Ryan. Not a good header at all. We go over to the predictions. Full time, it's Manchester United 2. Spurs 0. Eddie, I'm looking for your comment. There you go, son. There you go. Great game. Great performance. Great win. That is the perfect way to end or to get over what was a disappointing result against Newcastle. Great performance. Great result. We move on to Chelsea. That's it for me, Finn. Good night, brother. In a bit, Eddie, mate. Have a good one. Thank you for tuning in. It's greatly appreciated, lad. Have a good one, mate. So we are going to move over to the match preview, or the match reaction, sorry, or the Let's Talk, as it's now called, where we'll do player ratings and such. That won't be a long one, but we'll be over there live in about 5 minutes. So please do tune in for that. Description link to that is in the description, or of course, if you are subscribed, if you have got the notification bell on, you'll be notified when we go live for that. But like I say, it should only be 5 minutes, so press the link in the description. It will take you over there, and you'll be able to see that in all its joy and in all its glory. So yeah, I'll see you all over there in a bit.